Hi, good morning guys. Reporting to you all with my brand new GoPro Hero 9 given to me by Shamugam. And we're gonna do a second ride today with my brand new 2022 Stumpjumper Evo Alloy custom build. So this is it. Bear with me as this is the first time I'm using this camera. And I hope everything works out nice. We're leaving the car here. We're at Bukit Kiara. This is Kiara Rimba at the parking lot. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we have left the parking. I'm trying to get the angle for this ride correct. It's the first time I'm using this chest mount. Last week when we were here, parking was not so full. Today, as you can see, everyone's back. This is the first weekend of the year, and we're starting the first weekend of the year with this, my second ride on my brand new Stumpjumper Evo Alloy custom build, frame up build 2022. Second ride for the year and the second ride on this bike. Okay guys, we are just in the beginning of the climb of Kiara. I enter here through Magic Carpet. This is the first trail that I always start with. Most people will just climb on the road all the way to the top, to the four-way point, but I feel the more off-road time I clock, the better, so I never use the road to the top. I always go off-road as fast as I can, as immediately as I can get into the trails, I will. And here is where we start. Hopefully there will be no mechanical or teething problems in this bike, since it's the second ride already, and we have a flawless, smooth, safe ride throughout the day. I am experiencing a little bit of a trip on my rear cassette and chain, everything being brand new. I'm assuming that it just needs to be worn in. So click my rear shock valve to fully open, firmed it up, closed it off because I was climbing on the road. No reason for rear shock then. I'm still very cold, haven't fully warmed up. This is a warm-up trail and I obviously cannot ride while I'm talking. Being a guy, I multitask very badly. Yes, the stereotype is true. Oh. Oh my goodness, sketchy, very rough today. Oh my goodness. Well, happens. Normally clear that very easily, but I'm still getting used to how the bike handles, and my rear tire traction is not the best. Having fitted on used Maxxis Asagais in the rear. Asagais are fantastic tires in the front, but since I got these used tires for free, I guess I have to honorarily mention who gave it to me. It's from Tan Sun Sun. It's a double down casing, so I'm not running a tire insert in my rear simply due to the fact that my rear tire casing is a downhill casing. So Just aired it up to about 37 psi, running about 22 psi in the front. The front obviously does not have tire insert. I hope I don't trip my gears here. Try to apply some power. And going back to talking about the Assegai as the rear tire, it doesn't have the best climbing traction. So you could, hopefully audio is good enough, you could have heard me sleeping on every pedal. Anyway, normally we would clear this climb. I'm not gonna be proud and say, hey, these are easy climbs on me on normal occasion, but well, don't want to come out with excuses as well. Body's still cold, everything's still cold. I don't care about not clearing certain climbs. Whatever I clear, I clear. Whatever I don't clear, we just push up. Not too proud to push up. Some days I get lucky, some days I don't. Some days start off sketchier than others. 2 weekends ago, I fell off the trail and went to the left. Went down, head over heels, bike over me, like a bungee jump. Head first down because I was still clipped into the bike and couldn't get my legs unclipped off the pedals. And I was still blur, still early in the morning, just started the ride. Those kind of things happen. Well, first time I'm taking this chicken trail to go around this corner and up this climb. Normally just do a beeline from there, come straight up, but being a new chain and rear cassette, don't really want to stress it because I was experiencing trip when applying a lot of torque and power during climbs, which is definitely no good. I don't want to prematurely wear my chain and cassette for no good reason. If it all takes is some gentle pedaling to get it worn in, that's what I'm gonna do. Everyone's looking at me a bit weird because I'm talking to the camera. Nobody realizes that and think I'm talking to myself. Yeah. Normally 50-50 make it up here as well, but not gonna push it. No big deal not being able to ride up. Nothing to prove. Again, not too proud. Anyway, it's YouTube. You can always edit all these parts out the ride. Hope camera angle is good. Still recording. Probably will have to check the footage once we get to the 4-way point before we head down 2K. Just need to do my due diligence, I guess, since this is the first time I'm using this camera, first time I'm using a chest mounted strap. Gotta make this first time count and steepen my learning curve as much as I can. But while I talk and ride, find that my riding's not all there. It's a new experience for me. A lot of firsts. A lot of first times and the second times on this ride so far. Second time riding this bike off-road. First time with this GoPro Hero 9. Woo. Slippery on the roots. Obviously on the wrong gear. But will good for pedaling and warming up those legs. Slow and easy. Okay, we're at the start of 2K. We're in the top of the four-way point, Bondok. Let's get out here and have a look at the GoPro footage to make sure everything is legit. Spend some time. Usually I don't stop, but being new to this camera, I owe it to myself because I don't want to give you guys shit footage. My gosh. Okay, let's park the bike. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. Okay guys, so we're good with the footage. We'll head down 2K now. We'll head down 2K. Sorry for the leaf blowers. Maintenance work here is conducted daily, so it's very good, nice and clean all the time. So enjoy the video. We'll start here, 2K. Woo! Wow! Bust my ass. One of the things with 29ers, oops, on the wrong gear. Woo! Slipped, slide on the root. Notice that the battery, I've lost about 25% of battery already. So battery life on this GoPro is not that good. May not be able to record all 2 hours of my ride today. I have 2 batteries. Let's hope it works out. My goodness, still not used to jumping this bike. Not very good at riding it to take off. So this is just riding 2K now, and we'll do 2K mission. We'll skip Triple Terrace and Apollo because it's just a shorter ride. I prefer to clock in some miles. Hopefully end up with a 20 km ride today because I only ride once a week. I need to try to get as many kilometers in as possible. So yeah. Well, this bike turns very well. Turns better than my 27.5 Nomad V3. Even in its full 27.5 setup. Surprising, huh? Amazing how in 2022 the 29er can turn better than a 27.5 at its prime. Geometry has come such a long way. Yeah, this bike feels good. I hope my legs can keep up with my mind and what I want to do. I don't just ride my bike once a week, but since I have no choice but to only ride my bike once a week because I want to spend some time with my family, I don't want to be selfish, I do daily workouts at home every single day, and that includes full body workout.
Chest, abs, legs. Some days they are leg days, some days they are not, but whatever it is, my leg gets burnt out.
Alright, we're at the top of Twin Peaks and we're gonna descend Pure Quill now. Let's hope we are safe and have a nice fun ride. There were a lot of hikers ahead of me. Let's hope they won't be in the way, and they'll clear the way enough for us to go through at the pace we are comfortable and safe. Let me adjust my chest strap. I think it must have gone down a little bit, gone up a little bit. It's coming closer to my chin. All right, here we go. Bye. Hard, sharp turn into Pure Quill. This bike does it way better than my other bikes have done in the past. Also better than the Lapierre Zesty AM 5.0 Fit that I rode, full 29er. Bike! I don't know if there are hikers here. There were a lot of them whom I let pass just now while I was setting up my bike at the top of Twin Peaks. Very nice and smooth suspension of this bike. Handlebars cut to 770. So far so good. Oh,
Normally, I haven't gotten this turn right. Not in any of my bikes, especially not on this. So, gotta brush up on that. Swooping right turn. Nice, smooth and plush. This is a very quiet bike. No cable rattling. Hi. Morning.
You again?
Yes. Round and round like a hamster. Hi. Morning, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just me. Thank you. Morning. Hamster wheel. Yeah. I go down. GBC. Great Boulder Chutes. Next. Bye. Woo! Bust my ass again. Oh, cannot fly here. Oh, they built this berm. Yeah, better take it easy. We don't know what kind of trail maintenance has been done recently. Couldn't go bombing down that trail. Okay, made it through. Oh, hit the camera on the saddle I think just now. Clean the lens. Okay, let's keep going. We'll link up to Barracuda and cut across towards Haddock and go towards Playmate, Wasteland Playmate. Yep. Morning, guys. This is Barracuda bike. Hi. Oh, my legs. Oops, hi, bye. Hi, morning. Morning. Any more? No, just me. I think got another group behind. Not with me. Oh, my legs feels burnt out. I'm gonna cut right here. Left is towards Wasteland. We take the longer route. Just to clock in the mileage over here. Those hikers really slowed me down a little. Gotta build back up speed. Hi, bike! Yeah. Bike! Whoa! The tree straight into my face. Hi, morning. Yeah. Dirty, muddy ride. Even with a fender guard, we're getting mud in the face. I wonder how much battery we have left. Only probably done about 6 or 7, maybe 8 km so far. Here we are to Haddock, Captain Haddock, I think this is called. It's chill, gone very, very rough. Wow! Whoa! Oh my gosh! And as you can see, very slippery, treacherous. Didn't want to take any risks there. This is a trail going towards the waterfall as well, so a lot of hikers frequent this trail. Hi! Don't worry! Be happy! It's okay! Everything's gonna be alright. Hi, morning. Okay, so we're done there. Go up this climb. It's an impossible climb. Well, it's Kiara's impossible climb. I don't know what this trail is called, but from where we came from, this is my usual route, which we'll have to double back on this again afterwards. Climb up here, keep riding to the top, and then carry on towards the water tank. Oh shit, wrong side of the trail. Supposed to be on the right. Okay, attempt number 2. I failed just now. As I said, very bad at multitasking. Talking and riding is definitely not my strong suit, and I went straight into the wrong side of the trail. To climb this trail, at the moment need to be on the right side. And then move over to the left. Oh, these bikes' climbing ability is good. Wasn't as stressful as my other bikes in the past. We've reached the top of that climb. I just cut the video short. Once we arrived at the 4-way point over there where everyone rests. Oh no, my chain came off. What the hell? Hey, it's amazing. How can this happen? This day and age. Chain coming off. Unheard of. Right? Hey, need a chain guide. Just adding weight to the bike. Come on, get in there. Savage. That was unexpected. Okay, throw one leg over. Let's keep riding up to the water tank, then down the single trail. We're closing into the water tank. We'll go through the single trail. Here we are, water tank on my left. Don't know whether you can see it on the video. A lot of low-hanging branches attacking my head. Oops. Whoa! It's a narrow crossing. Okay. Wrong line. Massive sneeze from someone in the jungle. Come on. Taking all the wrong lines. I am tired. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Legs are already gone. Gonna be a short ride today. I struggled to make that right turn, and on the Nomad was easy. This bike it's also easy. So we're done with the single trail. Wasn't as smooth as I anticipated. Very rough today. So we've made it to the top of this I think this is called Playmate lah. Anyway, or Wasteland, whatever. So we'll descend down to the road. I don't normally stop and rest. This entire ride I've not stopped and rest, except for checking the settings and all that for the GoPro, and also to make a rear derailleur adjustment. Oh, tree! Oh my gosh! Shit, that was dangerous. Bloody hell. Fallen tree. Nothing we can do about that. Gonna start to build up speed and attack here already. But I obviously lost all my speed up there. It's okay. We'll do this again. Okay, out onto the road. I think this is what they call the kuda kuda climb or some shit like that. Kuda kuda being horse. In here, doubling back on what we have gone through, but this time go up here towards Rubberneck and down Rubberneck. Beautiful single trail, very flowy. This bike, I'm feeling more comfortable on this bike today. It's my second ride, my 2022 Stumpjumper Evo Alloy, custom build. I guess the last time I rode it, which is the first time I rode it last week on the 1st of January, I had tire pressure pump up too hard and the bike felt very harsh. Low speed compression was very sharp to me at that time. Maybe the suspension needed to break in, but today, oh my gosh, my China carbon wheels, come on, stick, don't break it, don't break any spokes, son of a bitch. All right, yeah, I built this bike with a set of China built carbon wheel set, Boost 29er with Nova Tech hubs. Cost me 1,400 ringgit for the wheel set, front and back. Very, very cheap. The guy who sold it to me in China builds and sells carbon rims. Previously, he was just doing XC carbon rims, which are about a maximum width of 30 mm. I directly messaged him and asked specifically for 35 mm width 29er enduro wheels, and he said, you know what, I have not launched it. I have one set that I have made and was going to lace it up. I told him I want it. Then he said, okay, I'll sell my first set to you. And 2 weeks after that conversation and me paying him money, the wheel set arrived at my home. Very happy with it. It really is a good set of wheels. It is really good. Stiff. It's only my second ride on it in the rear, but I've used the front wheel 5 times already on 5 different rides. So I know that it's up for the job, up to the task. The front wheel. The rear wheel is being tested now, putting it through its paces. Yeah, that's Rubberneck for you. Climb, climb, climb. Hung up on the roots, slippery as AF. Okay, that was fun, safe, not too fast, took very little risk. The usual. Bike feels good. I'm gonna push up this because my chain's not worn in yet. Don't want to be tripping on a power push up this hill. Okay, GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. Okay,
I'm gonna do another impossible climb. Gravel all the way to the lookout point. I'm gonna have to cut my ride short today because no one's taking care of the kids. I'm gonna get home as soon as possible, relieve my parents from taking care of two naughty monkeys. So I'll beeline to the top. Usually another route is to the left, Snake and Ladders, and then back up Twin Peak again, which I've already climbed once today. So just so that it's not boring, we'll climb up this gravel to the lookout point where we came down. No lah, got my backside. Battery is in my backside. The motor is in my legs. 2 more climbs. Some rock in my eye. Bike. Shit, I'm one eye blind. Hi. Come on. Trying to blink it out. Hi, morning. Thank you. Sorry, Come on. Okay, one more climb. Okay, made it to the top around the mountain. We're gonna charge down Thin Stones next. It's the last descent, and this is the end and the climax to the whole ride. I'm going to, this is after 2 hours of continuous riding, no rest. So I'm actually really tired already. Let's hope that my body holds up for the next 8 to 9 minutes of descending. And I think it is 1 point something kilometer in total. But the problem is there are a lot of hikers which we will have to make way for. So we're running parallel to Pure Quill, and we're just off Twin Peaks at the moment. Hi. Hi, morning. Morning. Okay, here we go. We'll head straight into the descent. Bike. Whoa. Hi. Bike. Hi.
Sorry.
Morning. Thank you. No problem. Bike. Hi.
Bye.
Morning. Hi.
Morning.
Thank you. Bike. Oh, a lot of people. A lot of people. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Kejap lagi.
Go atau boleh? Go atau no go? Go or no go? Go. Okay, thank you. Woo. Nice. Bye. Bye. Bike. Bike. Oh, very smooth this bike feels at the moment. Nice and smooth. I think it needed one ride to run in. The break-in was one ride. Today feels much smoother than the last ride I took it on here last weekend. Low speed compression is not as harsh as it was in the last ride. So, mud in my mouth. Tastes funny. Whew. Yep. What's that? Bye. Woo. Hit the rim there. Hi again. Thank you. Oh, my thighs are burnt out. Bike. Hi. Morning. Thank you. Tak ada, saya sahaja. Yay. Hilarious to see how some people are genuinely afraid, and we are so confident that we will not hit them, but they are not so confident about that. Bike. Oh, legs are burnt out, man. Just pedal strike on a bike. 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 Just me. Oh. Wow. Wrong line. Bike. Hi. Hi. Thank you. Rider. Bike. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, lost it. Oh. Hi. Morning. Bye. Thank you. Just me. Woo. Lucky save. Lucky save. Oh, I saw my life passing me just now, and the next thing I thought in my mind was scratching my brand new frame in a crash. My goodness, my legs are cramping up, my thighs are gone. I did a quick 6 km run at the average pace of 5.4 km per hour this week. So yes, that's what. Hi, good morning. Thank you. That's what's burning into my legs now. Yeah, we're almost done. Really a lot of hikers today. Taking it easy. The thighs are burnt out. Bye. I'm not clipped in. Okay, saved myself yet from another crash bike. Hi, morning, thank you. Oh. Huh. Bike is saving me. Bike. Hi, morning, thank you. Bike.
Whoa.
Hi, morning. We're done. All right, we descended very safely. Well, not very safely, safe. No crashes. So I call that a win. Oh my goodness, the land's all muddied up. We're done. Thanks for watching, guys.